Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that you might know as a leFhy or a leaf blower. We know as Fifi La Pew Pew. Now, she's located on the south spawn of Redshire, and she's under the command of Geladen. And this is a replay from quite some time ago, which has been waiting to be done. Game on! Well, you're looking at a 105mm light field howitzer, which is located on the hull of a Char B1 that was captured by the Germans during the Second World War after the fall of France. They turned 16 Char B1s into artillery pieces and or mounted the artillery piece on top. And it actually, well, as far as we know, they were actually used in action, but none of them survived. Now, it does have a rather good gun, which is capable of doing 410 alpha, penetrating 53mm of armor with a 1.91 meter burst radius. But what's best about it is the fact that it fires very, very quickly indeed. Standard reload time 8.92 seconds. Geladen's got that down to 7.85 seconds. Let's see how he gets on in this game. Well, the first enemy he spots is a Crusader, who's just patrolling up and down that ridgeline at the moment, having a quick look at our teammates. And can we get a shot into him? Hopefully we can. Note that one went a little wild, and the kill shot goes to an AMX CLC Biz. But another enemy tank's coming to sight, and it's a Chaffee this time. Note that shot missed. He's found a new target, an M4A1. He fires one quick snapshot in there, and in fact the A1 goes down to our M4A1 FL10. Okay, we've got a pair of enemy tanks over by the Zeppelin. A T-3485M. Oh, he hit one of them. I think he hit the other tank in the group, which I think is an M4. Because one of the shells disappeared without any explosion. Now, you might be pleased to know, actually, this is not one replay that we're featuring in this video. It's 3 replays, all featuring the same Fifi, the same leFhy. And that's because Geladen sent in several replays, but a lot of them just got delayed, mainly down to the fact that they came in just when we changed client. And obviously, when that happens, we can't do the replay immediately. In fact, they get kind of delayed indefinitely. We have about 2,000 videos, or replays rather, waiting to be done. We can't get them all done at once, but we do get around to them eventually. And I thought it'd be only fair for Geladen, after he's waited so long, that we would actually get 3 replays done in one video. Well, he did get a hit there on the Sherman Jumbo, and he's now just hit the T-3485M. But we've lost sight of the enemy because I'm afraid we've got nobody up there to spot them. Oh my gum, he just blind killed the T-3485M with a direct hit. But that still leaves the Sherman Jumbo coming in our direction. Luckily, there is a teammate in a Hellcat who's actually moved south. He's recognised the problem and he's actually moved south to try and protect our teammates and the cap area. You notice how the other Arties on the team, which happen to be an SU-8 and a Gorilla, have occupied the back line of the map, and we can see that M4 on his way in. The M4A3E2 is a Sherman Jumbo, quite powerful because he's got a lot of armor, which makes him very difficult to kill. Rounds out. Just narrowly misses the Leopard as he's moving. Oh, he's going after M4A1. Get a shot on him. He's down to a 1-shot. Instead, we're going to go for the Stug. He's a 1-shot too. And we line it up. Rounds out. Oh, the Stug goes down. He's taken out by our MT25, but we do lose the M4A1 to a Covenanter who sneaked in and blasted away. Okay, now we've got the problem of the Covenanters headed our way as well. That Sherman Jumbo is still close, but the Hellcat does finish him off. But Geladen, well, he's started to make a move to head towards that direction. So I think he's still worried about that Covenanter. But instead he's now aiming for the Churchill 1 that's in sight up the other end of the map. Lovely hit, 105 hit points. His fellow Arty in the SU8 just fired in on that guy too. And he got the kill shot! Which means that the SU8's going to be happy because he just got some stun assist off Geladen. Now, we think the Covenanter's probably in that dip there at the moment. Can't see him. Well, what we can see is a Striv M42 over here. It's a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks in it. So we're bottom tier. Oh, one shot! That's a lovely shot there. Wipes out the Striv by completely overwhelming him with a direct hit. Very thin armor on Stribs, so they do take the damage. Okay, we're looking in this general direction because we think that Covenanter's coming from this way. And you can see our teammate in the SU8, Steamboat Willie Sr., has decided to pop into the cops. Because, of course, you do get a bit more protection. But sadly, if that Covenanter gets close, we'll start feeling it. And the enemy Arty is already firing in this direction. There's the Covenanter. And the SU8 just disposes of him with one shotgun. And I think, well, I think we did get the spotting assist off that one because we were the ones who spotted him and the SU8 then dealt with him. So, we're 2 up on the enemy. They've got 3 RT left and 1 tank destroyer, a Hellcat. And the rest of our team, I think the Hellcat and the MT-25 are now spreading out to find the enemy so the RT can deal with him. Geladen, in the meantime, knows where his W key is and he's moving and he's found the Hellcat. Unfortunately, the Hellcat found our MT-25 and got the kill. Now, it looks like he's headed our way. Now, our worst fear would be that he actually goes up into that tree line and spots us and we can't see him. So better to actually get behind this hedgerow here so that the enemy can't see us. Yes, he's done exactly the right thing. He sought protection as well. If the Hellcat does pop up, he's more likely to pop up in that bush to the left. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show it if I move the reticule. There's a fallen bush over here. That's where he's... Oh, he is there! He is there! I could have predicted that one. I didn't know he'd be in there, but I guessed he would. And oh my God, he makes a real good kill there. One shot. I haven't watched this video before, I promise you. And I predicted exactly where he would be. And he was there just as I moved the rescue over to show you where I thought he would be. He turned up right in front, full frame. And Geladen took him out. Very well played. Unfortunately, we lost our Hellcat to a shotgun. The M44 on the enemy team was very good. Now, can we get a shot on him? He's moving. Rounds out. Long flight time. And he got him again! He took out the M44 on the move. He led the shot. He aimed ahead of target. He fired his round in over an incredibly long distance. And he still took the M44 out with a direct hit. So 5 kills now for Geladen. If he can get another one, he gets the top gun. And his gun's up and he's happy. Well, I tend to move along while I'm driving with my gun up as well. But yes, he has a reason to be happy at the moment because he's just disposed of 2 enemy tanks very, very neatly indeed. And the other team members are saying, let the left get the top gun. And that's totally right because after all, he has got 1/3 of the enemy team. I must admit, I have actually said to my teammates when I've been on 7 kills, let me get the last one so I can get the Radleys in a RT. And they've let me. They've let me get. So it does sometimes happen. If your teammates are nice, they will let you get that last kill. The SU8 is heading up into the northwest corner of the map. And I think he's the most likely to spot the enemy. We've got a gorilla and an enemy Fifi. Now, if they're going to be found, they'll either be there or they'll be in the copse, which is our opposite spot there. There you go, just in that area there. More than likely, one of the enemy RT will be in there, and the SU8 will spot them when he gets close. They are firing in his direction, and in fact, we just found the enemy RT. He got close enough to spot him. We just missed him with the first shot, and we've lost the SU8, but now we can finish off this Fifi. Rounds out. That's a kill. That's the top gun. And there's only one enemy left, the gorilla. The AMX PLC Biz is nice. He says, nice Top Gun. Only one more enemy to win the game. Our Gorilla's gone into the cap, but there's, and he's on the move. Rounds out. Just missed him. The Gorilla tries a shotgun. Not a good move while you're on the move. Much better to get close to the enemy and blast them at close range. Just missed him with that shot. Okay, he's going into range, and he does get shotgun. Now, can we get the kill? Rounds out. Just misses him. Come on, you can do it with this round. Next shot. Rounds out. It misses. How is he missing? I don't understand this. And he kills our Gorilla in the cap. And we miss with the next round as well. He's trying to get into a spot where he is not anticipated. We've missed him again. Now it's Gorilla versus Fifi. This is incredible. It's gone down to Arty versus Arty right at the end. And so many tank players, they turn around and they curse Arty when they keep getting hit by it. But then sometimes it's down to Arty to win the game. We're the last ones left alive. And he says, damn it, I missed him twice. Well, yes, I couldn't understand how those shells were missing as well. RNG was not with you. You were fully dialed in, and yet the target just kept eluding the shot, even when he was stationary. Okay, so this is where the view range of this Arty comes into play. 390 meters of view range, which is much longer than the Gorilla's view range. The Gorilla's view range is much shorter. In fact, if I remember correctly, it's something like 265. He spotted him. There he is. Now, he hasn't been spotted. The sixth sense hasn't gone off, and that's how you do it. And he wipes out the enemy Gorilla and wins the game for his team. Well done, Geladen. Here's the end of battle results, and you can see this replay took place in January, in fact the 1st of January in 2021, so 2 years ago. It was a first-class tanker for Geladen in the Fifi. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13 in that one. He also managed to get a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7, just one short of getting a Radley's. And yes, he got a counter-battery fire medal because he took out all 3 enemy Arty in that game. He took out the M44. He then took out the Fifi, and then he took out the Gorilla on the enemy team. And very well done to take out all 3 of the enemy. That was back, I think, before they did the nerf, which meant that you had to... well, actually, no, the nerf's always been you have to take out all of the enemy Arty to get the counter-battery fire medal. Anyway, let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be for the M18 Hellcat on the enemy team. He got 2,006 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to Geladen, who got 1,582. And the third highest damage in the game went to the SU-8 with 1,273 hit points. So he misses out on getting the high caliber. In fact, the M18 Hellcat did get the high caliber in that game. When it came to kills, though, it was definitely Geladen got that one. 7 kills to him. 3 kills went to the M18 Hellcat and the M44 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the MT25 on his own team, the Gorilla on the enemy team, and their Fifi. And when it came to base XP, yes, he definitely got that one. So he's got the top in 2 columns. 1,018 went to Geladen. And the next highest scorer, the SU-8, was 672. Followed by the M18 Hellcat on the enemy team with 594. He fired 36 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits and 5 penetrating shots. Let's have a look and see if we can see. Well, he penetrated the Gorilla, which is not surprising really, because that shell, when it went and hit him in the face, then it was bound to take him out. It was just he kept missing him time after time, and that shouldn't have happened. I think RNG was working against him there. He did take out the other enemy Fifi. He got a direct hit and penetration on him. The M18 Hellcat, the M44, and that was the one where he was leading the target and it was moving at the time. And the Striv M42, yes, he took him out with a penetrating shot as well. He actually got 11 splashes during the game, 1,582 hit points, of which 1,538 were at more than 300 meters. So there was one enemy that was really close when he was taken out. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 7 were killed, 694 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he did earn a profit from this game, 59,281 credits, and he also took away positive on the XP, 5,192 altogether. But as I said, this was not the only really good game that Geladen sent in. He did send in some more, so let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on the Pilsen map, and it's an encounter game. Well, as you can see, Geladen's actually just platooned with a Lux on his team, and I believe a T40 as well. It's a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, so he's going to be up against a lot of tanks which can easily be penetrated. Okay, he's moving to his firing position. I think he's going to go up onto the heights and try and shoot from there. He's almost at the edge of the map, and soon he'll run into the edge. So he's changing his direction to get up onto the height. Okay, 105mm light field howitzer was actually designed during the First World War, and the 18 in the name actually refers to the year that the weapon was first designed or made. In actual fact, though, the Germans did have a habit of lying about the date of the equipment being made to try and conceal the fact that they were designing new weapons during the Treaty of Versailles. Cruiser Mark IV, tier 4, takes a hit for 49 hit points. He's going for the duck this time. The MX-40 gets a direct hit for 160. Now, this game actually took place in 2021, if I remember correctly. It's a few months on from the last game. Going for the MX again. He moves. Ooh, Panzer III Ausführung J. Difficult shot, but no, runs short. He's not fully dialing in. I think that's the reason why he's not getting really accurate hits. Rounds out. That should be better. It is. Much better. That looks like a low roll penetration. 338. Fires again. Another hit. 128. It really does help when the gun dials in quicker than the reload. And he's got his kill. Okay, that's his first kill of the game. Go for the Matilda now. Let it settle. Oh, we fired too soon there. But he's still got a penetrating shot for 432. That's a high roll. Fires again. And he gets a kill shot the next one. So 2 kills. Cruiser Mark IV again. Fires the round in, and he just misses the guy. Went over the top of the vehicle, exploded the other side, but he's letting it settle before he shoots. And again, RNG says no. There's a 14 TP there, but it's more difficult to shoot at him than it is this cruiser. And the shells just appear to be zipping over the top of the tank and landing behind him. Now, again, he keeps firing when it's not fully dialed in. Okay, there's the duck again. Wasn't fully dialed in when he fired. Needs to let it settle before you shoot. No, wasn't fully settled. He's only got 5 hit points. If he can get the shell close enough, the guy will expire. And now he has 3 kills. Okay, the tanks that are in that factory are hiding. We can't get the shells in, and we can't splash them easily. Yeah, as you can see, the shell actually did land some distance away from that 14 TP. We can see him moving about behind those structures, but I'm not sure we can actually hit him from here. Tries. Nope, just wasted a shell. Now, ammunition management is a key factor for most arties because you don't get a huge amount of ammunition. After they made the necessary changes, you actually have 50 rounds of ammunition to play with. But in this game so far, he's actually used up an awful lot of ammo without only getting 3 kills. Okay, he's trying to line up a shot on that guy as he pulls away. The M8A1 goes for the corner. Oh, he splashed him. 105 hit points. He got exactly on target now. Can he get a kill? No, because the guy pulls away. But he's only got 6 hit points left, which makes him an easy kill as soon as he does come into view. Okay, going for the Excelsior. That's the Tier 5 British premium heavy tank, designed as the Churchill replacement by the Brits. The T14 was the other version. That was the American version of a heavy assault tank. Rounds out. This should hit. It did. 93 hit points. Is that 14 TP again? Trying to get a shot on that Excelsior. Yes, does this time. But he hit them on the tracks. He's running short on ammo. Okay. Unfortunately, there's still 7 enemies out there. Oh, that was a good shot. And 20% of the enemy hit pool, which means he might have a high caliber if he keeps up his fire rate. And he gets another hit. 34 this time. Excelsiors are much easier to damage on their sides. Shell missed. Okay, so he's gone into our cap area because it's actually occupied by some of our guys at the moment. Oh, that was a good shot. Fired through the building. Try and line up another one. Yes, another hit. 150. And again. And another hit. 149. That Excelsior is taking a lot of damage. And 45 hit points from that. You can see the Stugdrei Ausrung B is trying to come into that cap area to help the Excelsior. But if he stays where he is, he's going to get taken out. And he is. The kill shot eventually goes to the Valiant. But we lost our AMX-40 Duck. But a lovely big hit there on the Stugdrei. Can you get another shot? Bounce out. Yes, and another big one, 160. But he's down to 5 rounds of HE left. 6 rounds of heat. And he takes another kill. That's 4 now. There's 4 enemies left, but we're only 3 left on our team. Now, the enemy team have got a Panzer IV Ausrung H, an M41 HMC Arty, a T28 and a T40. Now the good news is 2 of them are tier 4, 2 of them are tier 5. As far as we know, the T40 is up in this corner of the map. We can't really afford to blast away because we don't have enough ammunition to try blind shots. The Valiant is in the cap, so he is capping. We can't see the other targets. Potentially there are 2 enemies over in the northeast corner of the map, but they're outside our range, or either that or the T25, the 25 TP actually might have a radio operator down, and that's why he can't communicate with us. And we've finally seen the T28, but I think it's the Valiant that's actually telling us where he is. He's just behind that wall, waiting for him to pop round that corner so we can take a shot. 25 TP is moving about in the background. I think he might be going over to the corner, and there's the T40. He's just came into view. Well, it was accurately aimed, but the T40 moved before our shell could arrive, and he's gone into the cap to reset the Valiant. No, it wasn't fully dialed in. You need to settle on the target before you shoot. We're going to lose. Oh, rounds out. Oh, he got him. The shell went into the cockpit, and that's 5 kills now. 1 short of getting a Top Gun. Remember, potentially he's on a high caliber as well, because he has got 20% of the enemy hit pool. As soon as that symbol comes up, that means there's 20% has been achieved. In fact, you can see it at the top of the screen as well. There's a little high caliber symbol with a tick next to it, and that means that the system has recorded that the player has 20%. And the T28 goes down to our 25 TP, but we've been spotted by the enemy Arty. Yes, he knows where we are, and he just shotgunned us. But we fire back. Oh, he's on fire! Oh, he got his Top Gun with a fire on an enemy Arty. And that means now there's only 1 enemy left. It's the Panzer IV Ausrung H, and you can see where he is. He just took out our Valiant, and I think he's got the derp gun. I can't be certain because I can't see him at the moment, but... Oh, there he is. And he fired Snap again. Now, he's only got 5 rounds left, and they're all heat. None of them are HE. So he needs to get a direct hit to get the kill. And unfortunately, we lost the 25 TP, means it's now mano a mano with the Panzer IV Ausführung H. He fires Snap. Oh, but he got him! He got him with a snapshot. Let's see that one again. Okay, we see the Panzer IV Ausführung H come out. He kills our 25 TP. We fired a heat round in there, but it didn't hit the target. You can see it is the derp gun he's got on that Panzer IV Ausführung H. He fires Snap, and he did get him. He wiped him out and won the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game from Geladen in the Fifi. He managed to get a arsonist medal because he set light to one of the enemy. In fact, it's the enemy Arty, actually, who came hunting for him. So he came all the way down from the woods in the north end of the map, got to the woods in the south, found Geladen, shot at him, damaged him, but Geladen took him out with one clean shot, which set the guy alight. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He got 22. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game after all. And he got his 6th kill when he took out the M41. But he got his 7th kill when he took out the enemy Panzer IV Ausführung H. And he was one short of getting that Radley Walters when the battle ended, of course, because there was no more enemy left to kill. His win rate in that game, 16,676, which is super unicum and a lot more. In fact, he carried his team in that game. He really did well, especially towards the end. And that shot on the Panzer IV Ausführung H, I'm sure the guy was actually moving when the shell must have smacked him in the side. And he just came to a halt all of a sudden as a wreck. Very well done. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 3,106 hit points, and nobody else was really near him. The Panzer IV Ausführung H got 1,669 in second place, and in third place was the Cruiser 4 on the enemy team, who managed 1,508. When it came to kills, yes, he got that one too. 7 kills to Geladen. 5 kills went to the Panzer IV Ausführung H, so he was a good player. He was being very cagey about appearing. He seemed to be elsewhere in the battlefield, killing off our teammates elsewhere. But he's finally appeared at the end, and Geladen got the better of him. 3 kills went to the Stug 3 Ausführung B. And when it came to base XP, Geladen's got that one too, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,280 went to Geladen. He's the only player to get over 1,000 base, with the Valiant getting 953, and he picked up a cool-headed. And in third place on XP was the T6 Medium on our team with 632. We should recognise the M8A1 on the enemy team got a defender by resetting the cap from outside the hangars. I think he was shooting from in the coal pits, in the coal yard, at our teammates while they were in the cap. Geladen fired 47 rounds. He only had 50 rounds available, but he fired all but 3 of them, and they were all heat rounds, the ones he had left. 20 direct hits on the enemy, 6 penetrating shots. Let's have a quick look and see which ones. He penetrated the Matilda twice in that game. He got a penetrating shot on the T40. In fact, it went straight through the cockpit and blew him to pieces. He also got a penetrating shot on the Panzer IV Ausführung H with a heat round, and of course it was below the Alpha, which is 350, so he got 302 on that one. He also penetrated the Panzer III Ausführung J and got 540 hit points off that guy. And let's have a look. He must have penetrated some of these other guys. Yes, he penetrated the Stug 3 Ausführung B, and he got 370 hit points off that guy, and that was their second best player. He also got 18 splashes in the game, 3,106 hit points in total, but 2,806 hit points of that was done at more than 300 meters. The close shot was actually on the M41 HMC, who came hunting for him and paid the price because, of course, the Fifi is a far better Arty than the M41, despite the fact that the M41 does have a 500 alpha. Geladen was able to see him off because, of course, he's got a much better fire rate. Plus, of course, the 105mm shell tends to be rather deadly at close range. One hit received by way of splash damage. That was the enemy M41 trying to take him out. One enemy vehicle spotted, again, the M41, and 10 enemy vehicles damaged and 7 kills. So he was online to get a Pools medal, but of course, yes, he did have to shoot elsewhere, and so only picked up 7 in the end, but he still won the game for his team. Now, he did earn a profit from that game, despite the fact that he fired some heat rounds. He actually got a profit of 44,038 credits on a premium count, and he took away 14,208 base XP. That's a lot. Well, not base XP, but XP in total, because he got a mission completion of 11,520 in that game. So I'm sure he was very, very happy. It was a good result, and I'm sure the rest of the team were astonished when they saw that not only did he get an ace tanker, he picked up 3 medals to boot. And so, yes, you can definitely see that this game was carried by the top 3 players on the team, and the guy right at the very top was the one who won it for them. So that was the end of the second replay. Let's have a look at the third and the last one. In the third replay, Geladen's in the PP on the south spawn of Cliff. Game on. Okay, well, he's trying to get closer because he wants to get better shots on the enemy. Plus, of course, he's moving away from the normal firing positions, which will make it difficult for the enemy to try and locate exactly where he is. But on the drawback of being in this firing position is that you won't be able to shoot towards the cliff because this cliff here gets in the way. So you can't shoot towards the edge of the map ahead of him because, of course, there's a kind of problem. But he can shoot towards the western pass. He can shoot up onto near the lighthouse, and that's where he's going. He's aiming in that direction, dialing in, fires a snap at the looks. Oh, we hit him! His first shot hit the looks for 198, and he got there was some further damage there to the looks, but he didn't actually get damage assist because the looks have fixed his tracks and moved on. He's trying for another shot as the looks comes up. No, I don't think he'd actually made it to the top before that shell arrived. But now you can see how deadly this position can be for Arty from a firing position. He fired snap with his first round. You can see it landed a long way away. But this M10 is in a very vulnerable spot now because he is backing up as the shells are coming in. The first hit gets 162 hit points of damage, and we just spotted the enemy Arty firing from the western pass, so we know where he is now. Matilda making his way towards the center of the map. Again, he fired snap a little too early. Let it settle before you shoot and you get accurate hits. We just spotted the other Arty. It's in the bushes at the back of the cap area. Okay, another shot goes in. Rounds out. This will be accurate. It was, but it landed a little way away from the Matilda. But he's going to try it again. This should hit. It does. 113 hit points. We're not seeing the shells very well, but I think that's the program, not Geladen. He fires the next shot in. Doesn't get anything from that, but he does get distracted by a Stugdrei Ausrung G a little further away. Now he's out of range of the enemy Arty. He knows that one of them is in the bushes up there, and you can see from the flat reticule, or the fact that it's actually gone ovoid, means he can't hit that one. It's out of range, but he can hit any person who happens to be up here, because that's well within range. There's also a Hetzer who, well, the Hetzer did go up on top of the lighthouse, but he's been killed. But he can't, as I said earlier, you can't fire over this cliff unless you back up. And so that's what he's doing at the moment. He's backing up to try and shoot over the top of the cliff. But he might have to move a bit further back. Well, it seems he can shoot at the enemy over here, but again, he fired snap because he wasn't fully dialed in when he let that round out. You need to let it settle before you shoot. Fires another blind shot. Nope, nothing there. There is an enemy tank on the move, but he's too close to the cliff edge to get a shot there, so he's having to back up again. As I said, this is the drawback of being in this position. it does make it very difficult for you to get shots. What we can see though is an enemy M4A1 is making his way along the edge of the cliff, coming towards our M8A1. Now this is where it might get interesting, because there's more than one enemy tank coming this way. He fired a snap in there, but it didn't work. Again, he's probably going to have to back up if he wants to get shots. Unfortunately, we lost the M8A1 and the T28 on our team. And the T28 was actually taken out by their Valentine anti-tank. You can see now he's actually getting closer to the cliff, because he actually fears that if he's too far away, he might be spotted by them and then taken out. There's still one enemy Arty in play, the M41 HMC. I suspect that that is the Arty that's actually seen behind the cap at A4 or thereabouts. I think he's an A4. And now Geladen's going to try and use this tree, and if the enemy comes right up to the cliff edge, he's going to blast them at very close range. In fact, there he is. Oh, he missed it. He missed it, but the M4's come down and he's very, very close, and now he's going to shotgun him at close range. And he does. Yeah, as I said, this gun is tremendously dangerous at close range. You really don't want to face a Fifi, because he will absolutely wipe you out. He's got high penetration. Pumps another round into the T6. The T6 puts one into him, a 75mm. Now he's trying to get beneath the gun depression. He pumps another one in, 134. 53mm of pen. It really pays off in the end. And there goes the last of the enemy on this area. So he's now got 2 kills. He shotgunned the enemy at close range, and there are only 4 enemies left, including their M41 HMC. They've got a Lux who's trapped at the top of the hill, and I don't think he's going anywhere fast unless he comes down the side of the hill in a hurry. He's only got 18 hit points left. I think our other RC, the Gorilla's been paying attention to him. He fires one snap. And here the other RT, yep, he's firing in as well. We can't see the Lux, but the Matilda's making his way up the cliff. The other tanks on the enemy team are Electo and a Valentine AT, and we can't see where they are, but there's the Lux. Rounds out. Oh, that was beautiful. Very, very nice indeed. That was subtle and right to the point. Took out the Lux. And now the Matildas, well, he's got no reason to go to the top. He can actually come down and take part in the rest of the final rout of the enemy. There's only 3 of them left now. Now this RT isn't particularly fast. It's only got a top speed of 28 kilometers an hour, but you need to remember it is based on a heavy tank, so it is rather a heavy weight. 34 tons in total, which is, well, only about the weight of a medium tank towards the end of the war. But the fact of the matter is, at the start of the war, 34 tons was a heavy tank in every sense of the game. Can't see the enemy tanks, but he's guessing that he's up in the sniper spot, and he got him! In fact, it was the enemy Arty. He must have moved position from the area of the cap area and went up onto the cliffs. He's trying to find the others, which were the Electo and the Valentine AT, and they're more than likely one of them will be in that vicinity. I didn't expect the M41 HMC to be up there. I thought he would stay near the cap and shoot from the bushes. But that's a lovely blind kill there. Correctly anticipating that somebody would be hiding behind the bushes. Yep, the Gorilla's firing in that direction as well. Now he does still have a number of rounds available, but it might be worth just conserving his ammo just for the moment and getting a lot closer to the enemy so he can then shoot them. One of the enemy tanks might be in the vicinity of the cliff edge, trying to ambush our guys. Geladen's still got 4 kills in the game. It'd be nice if he could get the last 2, because that would give him a top gun. But there's the Valentine. He's been spotted. And now we can start getting shots on him. There he is. Remember, Valentine hull. Weak on the sides and on the rear. And he's taking a pummeling. Can we get the kill shot? Rounds out. Well, he did get a hit and got some hit points. He got the damage assist. But sadly, he didn't get the kill, so no top gun out of this one. But there's the Electo. He was in that corner. And there he is. He's trying to move. We fire snap because he's dodging everywhere, trying to get away from our guys. I think he went down the cliff there. And he got it with a blind shot. How amazing is that? Geladen wins the game. What a way to end the game, with a phenomenal blind shot on the Electo as he tried to scurry away. He got taken out by Geladen from a long way away. Well, it wasn't a huge distance away, but it was a lovely aim shot. He got an ace tanker, and that was in a tier 5 with tier 4 tanks in. To get an ace tanker in that, you really have to make a big impression on the game. And he did. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting a top gun. If he managed to get a penetrating shot on that Valentine AT, he probably would have got it. And he also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19. And he did get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. His win rate from the game, 5,947, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was Geladen, yes, 1,964 hit points. Second highest damage was the guy he killed right at the end of the game, 1,581. So he was obviously accumulating a lot of damage from that sniper's nest. Third highest damage in the game turned out to be the C1 Heavy on the enemy team, who got 836. When it came to kills, Geladen got that one as well. 5 kills to him, 3 kills to the Electo and the Valentine anti-tank, 2 kills to the Wolverine, the M10 RBFM and the M4A1 on his own team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. And yet again, he's the only one, well, only one over 1,000 base. He's got 1,234. The next highest being the M10 RBFM with 536. And then the P2640 with 489. He fired 30 rounds, so 2/3 of his ammo expended. Well, 2/3? Not quite, actually, 3/5 of his ammo, that's right. 12 direct hits on the enemy, 4 penetrating shots. Can we see which ones they were? Well, did he penetrate? Yes, he did. The T6 medium, he got a direct hit and penetrated that guy. He didn't penetrate the M10, he should have, but he did penetrate the Electo as he was trying to get away, but it didn't help in the end. The M4A1, no. The M41 HMC, yes, he did get that guy with a direct hit. Remember, that was the one hiding behind a bush. I didn't expect him to be up there, but of course he's got no armor really, so to speak, and the shell just overwhelmed him, went straight through him. And lastly, the looks. Yes, up on top of the next to the lighthouse, he got him a lovely time shot right at the end, and I think that shot was the penetrating round. But he got 216 hit points out of him, because remember, he hit him on the way up the path leading to the lighthouse in the first place. So let's go back to the detail. He also got 13 splashes, damage of 1,964, of which 1,491 were at more than 300 meters. He did a lot of damage at close range, including 2 shotguns, one directly into the guy who was assaulting one of our teammates, and the other one on a guy who was actually above us but couldn't get his gun down to fire at us. 1 hit received from the enemy. It was the T6 medium. He did get penetrated by the guy. And 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, 691 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he earned a profit in that game, a nice one as well. 106,827 credits, because he got a mission completion reward. And he also got 25 bonds out of that game for another mission achievement. And look at this, 13,697 experience points as well, because again, he got another completion award. So he was really reaping it in from that game. So 3 great games from Geladen. The one you just saw on Cliff, where he did get blind kills. another one on Pilsen where he got the last kill of the game to save his team, and of course the first one on the Redshire map where he was one-on-one against the enemy, the gorilla, and took him out and won the game for his team. I hope you enjoyed those replays. I certainly did, because it's a lot of fun seeing somebody enjoying their game, playing Arty and doing it well. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.